Good morning. How are you guys this morning? Thank you all for showing up. Kwani, Gwen Jones, Stormy, Just Net, Kind to Me, Ember Renee, thank you for being here. Michi Black, Diane Knoll. Okay, Liz Livos, thank you. Hey Cruiser, thank you guys for joining me this morning. And I just want to chop it up, for a little bit. So here we go. So, it's been a lot of interesting things happening on the YouTube street. D-Dot, what's up, girl? Unbought, how are you doing? Hey, Bree, what's going on? So, it's been a lot of interesting things that have been happening on the YouTube street and in the world. Okay, we all may have heard about the mother and the son who were released from jail after they decided not to press any charges on them. And, something in me was kind of like, well, that's good. And, but something in me also was like, well, God, I wish he hadn't shot him in the back, and continued to shoot him in the back. So I was listening to Dee Dee Love this morning, and she brought up a real good point about us as African American people, Black people, are okay with this mother being released. But if it was a white person who has shot this man down, and would we be okay with that person being released? Is kind of the acceptance of the violence and the turning to violence. The mother did have a concealed carry permit and a licensed gun holder. However, people continue to say that she texted and said, come and do away with this guy. But I don't know exactly what the text said. I don't know if the text said, bring me my thing, or come help me. This man is acting crazy. I don't know what the text said. So it's still to be revealed about what this text said. Hey, Sir Blondie Locks, how you doing? Okay. Just cooling. What are you talking about? Oh, thank you, Cooling. Thank you. If you guys hit the like button, I would appreciate that. Cooling, you a do girl? Oh, did I say that, Cooling? You Cooling, I'm just kidding with you. You think the DA made the right decision? Yes. So, when we first heard the story, it was put out as if, it was kind of left open, like this guy and his mother were like some, hardened people and that type of stuff. And you have to really like slice and dice what you hear in the media. So come to find out that this kid was an honor student. The mother had never been in trouble with the law. But hey, Sabrina, how you doing? Growing up in a single parent household, I can relate to what that child must have felt. It was triggering. And if you have not seen the actual physical attack on that woman by this person who was shot down, it was just ridiculous. It really was ridiculous. And the way it was put in the media as the mother was fighting with someone in the hot dog stand. No, the mother was assaulted, physically attacked. And why is it that Black women cannot seem, in a lot of these cases, to be attacked? They act like it was the Ali Frazier fight, like it was two of the same type of people, like two men fighting. No, she was not fighting. She was physically attacked. And the reason that they were fighting in there was kind of, to me, it seemed like they wanted to put the blame on her, like a woman is capable of physically fighting a man. I mean, it's been known that some women have been able to beat a man off of them or fight the man off of them, but it's the way they frame a lot of stuff in the media that always make me second guess and want to hear more of the story. And then the footage came out of the man actually telling her, if you say one more word, I'm gonna knock you out, or something to that effect. And then he pummeled her. So I think a lot of people are having a hard time with well, maybe some people are having a hard time with the fact that he was shot in the back. What do you guys think about that? Ronnie, I also wonder if the mother had been white, how had it been presented in the public? That is my point. That is my point. At no point did they say in the initial reportings about how that woman was pummeled. That is my point. And I did a story. Let me see what Cruz is talking about. I have a sister who can beat a man with him fighting back hard. It's rare though. Exactly, it is rare. And yeah, it is rare. But your sister was trained. Is this the one who's in the Navy cruiser? So isn't that part of her training that she gets professional military people to train her to fight that way? See, that's a difference than a woman going to pick up hot dogs with her son who's just pummeled by somebody. Hey, Views of You, how you doing? Totally different. Yes, I think that it would have been handled totally different. And you look at the guy who walked up behind that mentally challenged man in the subway who was yelling that he was hungry and he hadn't had anything to eat, and he walked up behind him and put him in a chokehold and killed him, but he didn't go to jail. He spent the night at home. So and the charges that were brought on him are only manslaughter charges. So what is the disconnect here? But it's like it's going to be a hard road for this kid, no matter what. You don't know if this family is going to be seeking revenge on this kid or whatever, and just the psychological trauma that this kid may go through by having to do that. Now, it is said that the mother escalated this and she should have left. The white mother wouldn't have even gotten arrested until people became outraged. Cruiser says no, it wouldn't have been. No, are you saying no? Your sister wasn't. That's not your veteran sister, Cruiser. Is that what you're saying no to? Okay, that must be what she's saying no to. Okay, so I thought that this was the general. Is she a general? I forgot. Cruiser has a high-ranking military sister, and That is just so great for an African American woman to be the ranks that Cruiser's sister is. The media basically lied to us when the story came out, trying to manipulate viewers, and I don't like that. That is my whole point. I didn't like that. They tried to make it seem like these were some rogue Bonnie and Clyde mother and son type of thing, and it was a whole lot of. They said that the woman was fighting, so that smears a whole type of skew on this whole situation. Like, they always want to say that black women are fighting and all this type of stuff, and like, oh yeah, well, that's what they did, that's what they do, that's what they're known for. The white owner would have became a victim and her son the hero. The white, I think, mother would have become a victim and her son a hero. Exactly. They made Dylan Roof a hero, and he's out there with a assault rifle, mowing down peaceful protesters. Let's not forget that. They will make anybody a hero. Had a GoFundMe up, and he's raised hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and still living off GoFundMe money. They still have GoFundMe up. So yeah, that's just kind of crazy. So I'm gonna put my link in the chat. If anybody wanna come up and say their part on it, you're more than welcome to hit the link. So let me see what else you guys are saying in the chat. Kyle Rittenhouse, yes, they are. He is living off of GoFundMe money to this day. They made him a hero. You blame sites like the Neighborhood Talk and the Shade Room. I don't go over there much, so I don't know what they said about this story. But this story I got from regular local news outlets in Chicago who was reporting this story in this manner. Hey, Sincere Saida. Hey, you mad, huh? I'm glad you guys are here. A snack and a meal. Thank you for coming. They treat him like a military veteran. He's all over TV shows. They were talking about giving him his own TV show. Hey, Pastor Stephen McNeil. They also try to make it seem like it was a domestic issue that was going on. Yes. So that was just really crazy. And a whole lot of healing is going to have to come out of that. Hey, Vibrant Low. Okay, somebody's in the back. 1 second. Let me put my banner up. Vibrant, is that you? Vibrant, is that you? Oh, I'm sorry. Kind to me, is that you? Oh, I can hear you now. I didn't. Okay. I hadn't clicked on the thing.
I'm laughing at your banner. Oh my
gosh. Oh shoot!
What the heck?
Got to cover that kitty cat up. Hold on, let me remove my banner. Got to cover that kitty cat up. Hey, Kind, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, I can't even. You and Hoes with Heart, you guys have the best banners and your Abby's.
Well, I cannot take credit for that banner. I have credited the creator of that banner. Girl. It is written in the lower left-hand corner. That is one of my LSA sisters who created that banner, and I want to give her full credit, and I definitely want to. Goodness. And it covers the whole screen. It's perfect. What's going on, Kind to me?
And on some freaking red panties. Okay. Yeah. How are you, Ronnie Q? Hey, chat. Just real quick. Yeah, I saw the story first on Instagram, and I want to say it was the Neighborhood Talks or whatever, and I initially was like, what the hell? Thinking this mom called for her son to come and do this. And just, getting more information about the story, it was none of that. So I think the media definitely they're not saying, they give you the option to say, oh, what do you think about this? But they put it all in a context of like, like they were beefing, or that she sent for her son to come and take care of the situation, when I don't think that's exactly what happened.
Hmm. And that's the thing. That's the disconnect. They was like, she told her son to come and take care of him, and
Right.
I don't know that that's true.
I don't know that
Until
that's
you can
true.
present that text saying that, I'm not believing that. I don't
Yeah,
believe that's what the text said.
I agree. I don't believe that either until we see, proof of that. But yeah, this is a crazy story. I don't know. It's just so much going on in the media, and with our black children and with our black families. It's like, I don't know. Where do we go from here, you know?
Yeah, it's really sad.
It
And
is. Because you
uh,
can imagine this young guy, he's 14, was it?
14.
14. Like, what is he thinking? How is he, that's going to trigger him unless he, is able to talk about it or get some type of counseling. 14 years old and killing someone, that's going to be
Correct.
hard.
And it's not it was presented later on that he has made he's made appearances in that documentary. Is it a movie, Chirac, that Spike Lee did?
Oh, okay. I didn't see it, but yeah, I saw that. Is it a movie or a series?
I don't know. I think it's a movie, Chirac. I didn't see it all either, obviously. And he has also appeared in the TV show The Shy, and he was an honor student.
Oh,
So I didn't.
wow.
Yeah, I heard that from a post after the parent was released, and the aunt spoke out and said that people are, you know, the sister of the mother, his aunt came out and said people are trying to portray him as a bad person and a bad, some bad kid, and he was an honor student and he had just graduated, I
And
guess,
why is that the
high.
narrative all out? You know what I mean about him? Why would that even be out that he's a bad kid, and you know what I mean? Trying to what? Incite what? Like, we don't even know who the kid is. And if you do know who he is, like, why is that always the go to about their past, even if it was a past? Like, I don't know. It's crazy to me. But you're
Exactly.
saying that he's an honor student and he's done some good things in his 14 years.
Yeah, that's what the aunt was saying. So, hi, Barry Carey. So, yeah, you have to really be cautious at how they want to skew us. They always want to, and the simple fact that this man just was in there pummeling. I don't know if you saw the
I
actual
did.
video.
I
Well,
did.
that was crazy. Can
Yeah,
you imagine some stranger,
I
somebody
can't.
you do or don't know, but just a stranger? I mean, this is what we're gonna have to, gird our loins for, because we never know if this is gonna happen to us out in public, because black women are so disrespected and disregarded, and
Yeah,
it's talked about as if it's par for the course to be a black woman to be treated this way.
ridiculous. I can't imagine. I saw he was talking to her and I was like, what could she have done? What could she, even if she said something like, dude, move on. Like, we're at the neighborhood, whatever that place was, getting us something to eat. And why is it going this far? Like, you say one more word. Like, people are crazy. He looked like might have been on something. 'Cause even how he was punching, I was like, what is wrong with him?
Yes, it was just really sad. So I just wanted to touch on that story, because I just wanted to get different viewpoints. It did when I was listening to Dee Dee Love. Yeah, there's no winners obviously in this case
No.
at all, none.
Mm-mm.
So now, after this,
Okay, I'm going back in the chat, Ronnie. I'm
okay,
going back in
thank
the
you.
chat. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, after he was released, now all this stuff is coming out about the person who punched the woman in the face and his troubled history and this, that, and the other. But it's just like a crazy story. So I talked about that. Now, I didn't. I touched on this missing floatable or whatever they put in the ocean to take these people down to see the Titanic. This balloon that they took down there that was so ill equipped and poorly made uh, for these billionaires to go get their rocks off to see the Titanic on this thrill. They call them thrill vacations, like when people who go to climb Mount Everest and things like that. Hey, Mimi 26, how you doing? They call them thrill vacations, and they said that people are aware of the risk and they choose to take these risks, and that's what it is. So, at what point now we find out later that they were telling us how many hours of oxygen they had left and they have 20 more hours of oxygen, and when we come to find out the very same day that they put that damn thing down there, they had it on a radar system, the sound of the implosion, the very same day that this happened. So the that's another thing. So was this another big media watch to just have you sitting around watching, listening to the media on edge about, oh, what happened to the submarine? What happened to the submarine? What happened to the submarine? Hey, Korea lover, strictly platinum. So is this another media thing that how the media loves to have a couple of times a year where they send out reporters to be on the scenes and cover the story, from sun up to sundown. It was just crazy, this submarine thing. Yes, they knew what happened the exact same day. Yes, it was the exact same day. The Navy gave them information about it, and then to the people who were searching for it. But the media continued to let you believe that there may be hope, and let's just pray, and they could be in there. And hey, Connie, they could be in there, and they only have 20 hours of air. It was just a whole farce. So they withheld information even though they knew this the whole time. Yes, the Navy gave them information and they found it exactly where the Navy said that this sound had come from. So, yeah, it was just a whole farce. Okay, so let's transition from that to the point that over at the same time, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So, one second. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. At the same time, we have this going on, and this is not being covered at all. This is not, let me remove my banner. Hey, PDP, this is not being covered. Okay, it says, okay, at least 350 Pakistanis were on board a pack twattler, that's a boat that capsized off of southern Greece. And so at the same time that was going on, this tragedy was going on. And they were actually, the Coast Guard was actually shooing this disabled tanker, this disabled ship back into the water because they didn't want these immigrants to land on the island. So, they're having to identify these people through DNA. Egyptian and Syrians were among the hundreds of migrants feared dead. The official death toll is at 82, including 12 Pakistanis. Okay, so the boat thought to have set off from Egypt and picked up passengers in the Liberian city of Tubruk, Tobruk, paid thousands of dollars for the trip. So it says between 400 and 750 people could have been crammed into the vessel, which sank about 50 miles southwest of the coastal town of Pios. So while this was happening, while they have all this money and energy and resources going out to search for this sailboat, for this uh, inflatable that these rich people chose to take a vacation, not a vacation, a thrill vacation on. You have these people over here, poor people who are trying to immigrate to another country, trying to create a new life because it is so fucked up all over the world, and especially for the poor. Nobody, there was no search and rescue missions put out in that mass for that mass amount of people. Is what I'm saying. So you have five people who go down in a submarine willingly, and they had to sign a release that stated over five times on the release that you are risking your life. You could end up dead. They had to sign this release, and all this money and resources went out to find these billionaires. Not saying that some resources should have been sent out to find them. But look, the man who owned this company was a billionaire who willingly cut corners. Who said that a lot of these regulations and things for his for that sea craft that he was using were useless, and he cut a lot of corners. He fired the actual engineer who inspected that craft, who said that it need a whole lot of things done to it because it was not safe. The actual round eye that they looked out of, I'll show it to you. The actual round eye that they looked out of to be able to view the Titanic, it wasn't even made to go that deep into the water. The inspector said that glass would shatter if it went as deep as they were going. And he fired the inspector who gave him the report and told him he had to be out of the building in 10 minutes. This arrogant billionaire who put other people's lives in danger and then lost his own said, I'm not listening to you. I'm doing what I want. But all this money and resources went out to look for them. All this money and resources. Yeah. And now, the next time somebody go down to visit the Titanic, they will be part of the sites. So also, and I am really curious about this one, about this story. Let me see if you guys see this story. Okay, hold on 1 second. And I'm really curious why this story is not talked about either. Okay. At least 30 migrants feared dead in the Canary Islands disaster. This also happened the same week that inflatable went dead. And the sad part about this is that they had a Coast Guard or a vessel 29 miles from where this was happening, where they had people hanging on to a blow up life raft, and they did not send the boat that was 29 miles away to go help find, search, rescue these people. They sent a boat that showed up at 10 o'clock the next day. And it said the boat sank about 100 miles southeast of the Gran Canaria on Wednesday. It had 60 people, including 6 women and a baby, waiting for more than 12 hours for a rescue in a flimsy, inflatable boat. And the Spanish Rescue Service ship was only about an hour sails from the dinghy on Tuesday evening. And the ship did not aid the dinghy because the operation had been taken over by Moroccan officials. So they just let these people. It doesn't even say if these people were among the dead or if these people were rescued. But, they just let these people just sit out there and just die. They didn't do anything to rescue these people, and they had a boat an hour away. But you got all of these boats out here trying to rescue this submarine. I think it's crazy. It's one more thing about this story I want to show. That was the wrong one. I had it queued up to what I wanted to show. Sorry. Anyway, so the thing about it is these people, they were coming from sub-Saharan Africa. They were from different places in Africa. They stated over 500 and some people have died trying in that near the Canary Islands trying to. It's a dueling sale. So uh, to say that they sent nobody to search for these people, and so what do you guys think about this? Oh, you guys are still talking about the Titanic. Good morning, Miss Gerald. Okay. It's because they're migrants. They didn't care about all the helpless women and children. How can they sleep at night? Exactly. They're migrants, but they care about money. And that's what the world has come to. And they want you to care about these people with money. They don't even want you to care about people who are trying to go and make a better life because they don't want you to think of it's just like no compassion, no concern. If it's not connected to money, it is unimportant. So where do you figure into this scale, this framework that this world has really become? If you don't have money, are of no importance. Your life is not even worth saving. They won't even drag you out of the ocean if you're drowning. That's what's so vulgar about this whole situation, and that is my whole entire point on that little presentation that I gave you. So, what do you guys think about that? You don't think he you don't think he had a death wish, but he definitely knew that what he was doing could cause him to lose his life. And let me show you. Uh-huh. Let me show you something that this man actually said out of his mouth. You gotta take my. Okay. You don't have to take my. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted. Oh, but we're going to talk about that too. Let me show you what this man said about safety. So, this is what the man said about safety. Okay, I told you that he fired the engineer who gave him a safety report, who told him that he shouldn't take it out and that he needed to fix these problems. Oh god. Oh damn! I didn't tag it good enough. I'm sorry. So he says something to the effect that when you wake up every day, that if you're afraid for your safety, you shouldn't get out of bed. Here it is right here. He said, at some point, safety is just pure waste. I mean, if you just want to be safe, don't get out of bed. Don't get in your car. Don't do anything. At some point, you're going to take some risk. And it is really a risk reward question. I think I can do this just as safely by breaking the rules, he told a CBS reporter. This is out of his mouth. He thought he can do it just as safely by breaking the rules, the regulations that are set forth, the safety regulations that are set forth. Because safety is sometimes just a waste. It was a waste of what? It was a waste of money. But this is a billionaire who's charging $250,000 for people to go and do this. But he felt that safety was a waste, and surely the waste was in dollars. Down there with a game switch navigating through this water. So That's what I have to say about that. And then a lot of people like, oh, well, just because they're rich, they didn't deserve to die. And and I get so sick of people spinning what you say. Like, I'm not having a bleeding heart for somebody who feels this way about safety regulation, who fires the person who tells him that this craft is not suitable for the event that he wants to take it on. I'm not having a bleeding heart for that. I'm not having a bleeding heart for all the millions of dollars that went toward, or however, yeah, millions of dollars that went to rescue them, while you have a large number of people who nobody even bothers to go look for. Who you have a large number of people that they see their boat is really messed up and not working, and they spray water and shoo them away from safety. I don't have time to worry about rich people's problems. Those are not my problems. And I just get sick of this being thrown up in my face like I should give a fuck about people who don't give a fuck about their own lives. So that's what I have to say about that. So what do you guys say? He would have been safer playing with fire. Water cures fires. There's no cure for being overwhelmed by water. I agree. Okay, please like the video. When you have the means to do as you please, the chase for adventure becomes paramount at all costs. Yeah, safety, safety, no high tech equipment, either hence the game system. Right. So it's a wonder that they look for thrills at all costs, and so it doesn't thrill. There's no thrill in giving back, reaching back, helping people, building some type of water system, building some type of system that is going to sustain the planet. No, there's no thrill in doing philanthropy. No, there's no thrill in that. It's just a pissing contest of billionaires of what you can do and how many feet your yacht is larger than the largest yacht ever built. All this dumb shit. It's just mind boggling. Anyway, I just can't understand it, and I'm not rationalizing, this crazy stuff. Since the media playing on people's emotion, is there footage of them even entering the submarine? I have not seen any footage of them entering the submarines. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about them leaving to start a new life and all this. I'm just going on uh, this. What is allegedly supposed to have happened and what have happened to them. Did they find the rich people's bodies? Not to my knowledge. I haven't heard about any finding of the bodies. I heard that they're looking for the bodies, but I haven't heard that they found any. Okay. Our bodies left after implode. Very serious questions. I don't know. That's something beyond my pay grade. I heard the white woman who shot the black woman through the door won't face charges either. They have her on manslaughter charges. That's not true. The manslaughter charges and a low bail. I think something like 300 and something $1,000 bail, unless they dropped it. That was the last I heard about that case. If you know that they dropped it, let me know. There are no bodies. They imploded. So yeah, I guess if the thing imploded, they imploded too. Hey, just me, how you doing? So yeah, and the thing about these 10 expositions that it had made prior, it had created stress on this new fiber that they were using to create the body of it. The body of this craft was made out of some new carbon fiber that this owner of this craft felt that was an innovation, and that was one of the things that was written up in this safety report about these carbon fibers that the actual craft was made up of. So I don't know if it was the fact that it had gone under in those depths that many times that has strained the fibers, but there was something in the report about the fibers that this craft was made up of having weak points in it. So I don't know if the weak points came from it being submerged or going down that many times or what. But he was warned, and he decided to say poo poo the warning. So okay, what do I? Oh, click the link. Yeah, if you guys want to join the panel, have the conversation. Now that bitch needs to be under the jail. The woman in Florida that killed that black woman over her kid's iPad. Yeah, she got manslaughter. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Exactly. We have so many things that are restricting our movements. If I remember, like on the weekends, like any time of day, you would see people out and about. I mean, at night, you would see people out and about. Now, a lot of the streets and a lot of the cities, it looks like they're really doing population controls of your movements, because you drive through a lot of cities, and the streets are like bare. It's like barren. It's like, to get in, it's like the witching hour, and it's nothing, no movement on the streets, no nothing. And it didn't used to be like that. I remember, like in a lot of cities, like that I visited, like it's like, dang, where are all the people? It's like everybody go hiding in, like everybody's been talking about the purge. Just like everybody get off the streets, at a certain time, because the world is getting really crazy. So, like, the last thing that I want to talk about is, okay, what is really pathetic is the simple fact that you ask somebody a question, and then you have a dumb Karen coming up talking about people are interrogating somebody. You ask somebody questions that you have, and somebody comes up yelling and screaming that you're doing something to someone when you're asking a person questions. I am so sick of this bullshit that goes on over here. But they can play in your faces all day with their bullshit. They can sit up and yell and scream at a person day in, day out, and 15 minutes later have the person popping up on their panel. See, that's the bullshit. Let's be clear on what bullshit really is. See, that's the bullshit. And all this, oh, these fake fights and this fake shit and all this, oh, I'm mad at this one and I'm mad at that one, and then they sick of you asking questions. Well, how come you never see them sick of you having fuck shit up on your channel? How come you don't never see them sick of these motherfucking bitches begging on your channel only to go to their channel to beg that you're propping up? But you never see when your audience is sick of fuck shit. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, ugh, give me a fucking break. That went on Pizarro's channel yesterday, and she no on Breeze, who was it, Breeze channel, and Pizarro comes up there yelling and screaming about what people are sick of. People sick of seeing Ness up on your channel begging for all the bullshit that she begs for, and then she goes back over to her own channel and drag you. You just as bad as Axe April. I mean, onside April. She sit up and drag you to death. She drags your bestie to death, and you don't say a motherfucking word. But have her sitting up there, plopped up on your panel. Her and Flicker plopped up on your panel, and you act like you don't see her drag your bestie. Is she really your bestie? The way you let her drag her. But then when somebody is asking April some questions about coming over there and, oh, I'm sick, I'm tired, I'm in menopause, and like, get the fuck out of my face with this bullshit. That was the most bogus shit that April has pulled. And I ain't got nothing against April, but April, that was some bullshit that you pulled. Now, Lady Nika came up to explain that April has been crying lately, and she has been going through these crying spells because she's going through menopause. But is if I know every woman is different when they go through that, but it does not negate the fact that what April was saying up there to me was a bunch of bullshit. Was a bunch of bullshit. It doesn't matter that I know y'all don't like her, and that me not liking her has nothing to do with the fact that she dragged you. So why are you putting it on me? I'm just asking you, did you know that this person dragged you? Well, I know y'all don't like her. That ain't got shit to do with me. She drugged you. They dragged everybody. You came out to visit her. You bought her some wine, something to drink, and something to smoke on, allegedly. And then she drugged you. She put you on blast that you bought her something other than what you bought her to drink. So what is and then she drug you. So I'm trying to get, is this the same on-site April that suck my dog dick and bitch? I ain't playing, like, excuse me? I ain't got no fucking bleeding heart for no motherfucking junky ass bitch. Ain't got no bleeding heart for this bitch who want to sit up and play dumb and talk crazy to people all the time. And you think I give a fuck? Everybody has gone through some shit. Oh well, she has trust issues. Well, she showed trust to fucking put whatever you bought her in that bag and roll it up and take it in her lungs so she can trust some shit. So you think I give a fuck about a junkie's trust issues? This motherfucker can trust it enough to fucking suck up something in her lungs, but I give a fuck about her trust issues. Get the fuck out of here. That shit was ridiculous. A viewer's a view. A snack and meal want to know if she can use her menopause card to get unblocked if you have her blocked. For me, it was April trying to turn Ness and Heat into victims. Exactly. Like, they nice people. No, we see what type of people those they are. We see exactly what type of people they are. And the fact of the matter is, they drug you. They drug you along with everybody else. As nice as you treat them, they drug you. And then you have this Karen who looks for any opportunity to make a situation that has nothing to do with her. She fucked the Miss O up, and the Miss O does the exact same thing. Situations that have nothing to do with her, a moment for her to try to talk about somebody. Bitch, okay, check this out. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. Now, all of a sudden, somebody's being interrogated. See, I already have caught this bitch up on this interrogation. See, a motherfucking Karen always want to fall to the victim position when you're asking them questions that they cannot answer. Then all of a sudden, Karens are victims and they're being interrogated. See, this is the Karen victim mode of it all. Oh, they almost waterboarded her, and like, bitch, go sit your funky ass down somewhere and scrub the heels of your feet, you dirty feet. Walking on the ground with no shoes on, having bitch. The fuck out of here with this dumb shit. And I, not for nothing, nobody has to like me, but like, it kills me, you dumb bitches who sit up here and fall for this Karen shit. Another bitch who playing in your motherfucking faces with all this one-trick pony shit. So if the bitch is from sub-Saharan Africa, how come that bitch didn't say nothing about her motherfucking people being left in the motherfucking water to drown and die. This African bitch ain't opened her motherfucking mouth to say nothing about these sub-Saharan Africans dying while she's sitting up there talking about, oh, you guys are doing her so wrong. You're damn near waterboarding her, bitch. Speaking of waterboarding, what about these motherfuckers from Africa who actually died in the water, who were left to die in the water? Since you want to talk about water, bitch, the fuck out of my face. You motherfuckers play dumb too motherfucking much for me. It's the fucking playing dumb behind this bitch that kills me. Ugh. Look, I can no longer entertain these dumb bitches. Uh, just a whole bunch of dumb bullshit. A whole bunch of dumb bullshit. So let me share my screen one last time. I want to share something with you. So now you have on-site April, big bad on-site April, sitting up here trying to make a motherfucking junkie and a motherfucking bitch who mouth is so big, who want to brag about everything, who want to call everybody poor, this, that, and the other. A bitch who shows she ain't never had nothing, ain't used to nothing, sitting up showing some funky ass hotel room. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody's impressed with that. Everybody's poor. Bitch, you don't know. Bitch, what you showed was some bullshit. Motherfucker spent all your money on your room. You ain't had no money to go nowhere. That's why you didn't go nowhere. Because you ain't had no money to go nowhere. You dumb bitch. Who you think you fucking playing? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so then you have April come up there and want to make them the victim. And we had a conversation. Was that before or after she drugged you? Was that before or after she drugged the dog shit out of you, April, that you have this conversation? April, I'm not feeling sorry for them bitches. All I said was she drugged you. And I'm shocked that you took this position and tried to make us feel like somebody should have compassion for a junkie bitch. Like somebody should care about this motherfucking junkie bitch who always on here talking shit. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for that hoe. So now you wonder, like, what the fuck? And was so offended that about what James said. I don't give a fuck about what her and James have going on. I didn't know that her and James talked until he said she could have called me. That's not neither here nor there. But you got offended and it kept on bringing up. Oh, I didn't bring them nothing. I can't do this. I can't do that. Well, fuck you. If you can't bring them that because of your past history, your record, motherfucking weed is illegal too. Weed is illegal in the state of Florida as well. So are we comparing apples to apple juice? What the fuck we comparing? Weed is illegal in your state. Everybody want to downplay weed like, oh, just because everybody do it. Like, no, but weed is illegal in the state of Florida. And you want to admit to bringing them something, an illegal substance. That's what you're doing. So let's not try to fucking pussyfoot around it and make it seem like one thing is different from the other. Motherfucker, you get caught with that shit. Oh, but it's legal if you have the card. But April, you didn't have the motherfucking card. You said your niece and your nephew had the fucking card. So get the fuck out of my face with that dumb shit. Like you want to belittle what you did. You did not have the fucking card. Weed is legal in Florida if you have the card, but you ain't supposed to have the card and go cop for somebody else to give to a motherfucking junkie bitch who coming into town. So if you wanna play like you, don't play me for a dumb bitch because that I am not. Don't try to smooth no shit over me and fucking try to make me pity a bitch who are only looking for her next high. Try to make me pity this bitch like she going through shit and you coming up here in tears. All of a sudden, everybody's going through shit and she have trust issue. It was a bunch of bull motherfucking shit that they pulled on her subscribers that April pulled up on that panel yesterday. That was a bunch of fuck shit, April. And I need you to do better. I really need you to do better because that was a bunch of fuck shit. It was a crying for me. Yeah, it relapsed. I mean, it wasn't like she waited to Florida. She smoked weed every day on her channel. She smoked weed every day, so it's not like she relapsed when she went to Florida. Like, give me a break. It depends on the weight, cruiser. It depends on how much. It definitely depends on how much. It is a misdemeanor, yes. But trying to like smooth it over as, well, you shouldn't have want any talk of any of you bringing anything to them. So trying to like downplay it, oh, it was just it. I was surprised that she said that, but you ain't mad at her for saying that you a felon and you was bringing that to her. You not mad about that, but somebody should understand her. I understand that she played you. I understand. That's what I understand. And you sitting up here talking about somebody else should have some understanding of her. In Florida, it's 20 ounces. Oh, I don't think she bought it that much. My God. Thanks, Miss Cruiser. She wanted to placate them as she spoke about folks and didn't want the tea spilled. So, okay. So that is another thing. Child, she ain't been sober since she left that rehab. Hey, Body Electric, I do. Yes, I agree. So let's not play like she just relapsed. I'm rolling up. I'm rolling up. Bitch ain't nothing but a phlegm bucket, always clearing her motherfucking throat because she smoked so much motherfucking blunts and shit. Hey, Tanya Jones, how you doing? So, I was on Lipstick Alley, and I heard that Intrinsic and a couple of more people put out these timestamps. So, I'm gonna put up my fair use banner, and so you wonder why April is like really caping hard for no, oh no, this is not what it is. Okay, let me remove this. One second. Let me remove this comment. Okay. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, an allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. This is my last screen share that I have of you for you. Let me remove this because I always forget and leave that up sometimes when I'm screen sharing. So I want to ask you guys, what do you see going on here? Oh, shit. Excuse me. One second. So we have we know that there's a timestamp uh, of on-site April, and that's sitting outside at the patio. So we've seen Intrinsic. She was stopping it 1,015,000 times, but let's see exactly what was going on in this clip of on-site April sitting up here, and then pointing to the table in what looked like an offering. This is my opinion. What looked like an offering, like, girl, you want some of this? This is what this looked like to me. And then old junkie, the other junkie bitch sitting up there like smiling, and then there was a motion towards move the camera around a little bit. So did you guys see all this going on? I I lost my screen share. I'm finding it. I'm looking for it right now. I'm looking for it right now. I'm gonna have it for you in 1 second. Here we go right here. Okay, let me share the screen with you guys. And I'm gonna let you make of it what you want to make of it, what you make of it yourself. So here we go. Here's the first one. Let me make it full screen.
Oh no, I can't. Yeah. Oh, thank you for becoming a member, Miss Kim Gooding. Thank you. Come on, y'all. Let's get the membership, y'all. Go ahead, y'all. Uh huh. Uh huh. Come on, y'all. Membership. Membership.
Move the camera, head down, going from left to right. Okay. Now, so if you watch closely in that window behind you, you're going to see the point down of offering to something that's on that table. And then you're going to see the junkie bitch nod her head as in yes. So I'm not saying what it is. I'm just saying what it appears to be and why people may take things that way.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't. Yeah.
She can't go get her
Oh,
phone.
thank you for becoming a member, Miss Kim Gooding. Thank you. Come on, y'all. Let's get the membership, y'all. Go ahead, y'all.
Pointing to the table.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Uh huh. Uh
Come
huh.
on, y'all. Membership. Membership.
Move your camera. She looks back and see that she can see it. Now the head is down, left to right. I don't know. Somebody's like, oh, maybe she was rolling a blunt. But see, when you roll a blunt, trust me and believe me, I know about rolling a blunt. When you roll a blunt, you don't just sit back up and not continue to wrap that. If you got to put your head down to the blunt, you're licking the blunt. So you don't just then not continue to use your hand to fold that wet blunt over and to seal that blunt. That's why you put your head to a blunt because you're wetting it to close it. You don't then not use your hands to close it. So let's one more time.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't. Yeah. Oh, thank you for becoming a member, Miss Kim Gooding. Thank you. Come on, y'all. Let's get the membership, y'all. Go ahead, y'all. Uh huh. Uh huh. Come on, y'all. Membership. Membership.
Move the camera, girl. Head down. Okay. Are those hands rolling the blunt? Are those hands closing the blunt when their head come up? Okay. All right. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. So, was the whole reason for the silence of was the whole reason for the silence of April to keep her little secret was to keep her uh so Ness wouldn't, like Ness said, there's other things I could say. So was that a shot over the bow? Was that a shot over the bow? And then all of a sudden, April is all teary eyed. Is that, was that a shot over the bow? And now all of a sudden, April is sitting up here talking about, oh well, they gone through so much, they gone through so much, and she has tragedy, and get the fuck out of my face with this bullshit. Hold on, I have somebody in the back. Now, I victimized somebody. I waterboarded somebody. Hold on.
Girl,
Bruiser,
girl, don't rate that red.
what's going
That
on,
red lace
Cruiser?
take me is taking me out. Hey, Ronnie Q.
How you doing?
I was doing okay until I saw that clip. You know, I don't even know what to say. My mind. Hey, everybody in the chat. My mind is still telling me not to believe what I just saw.
I gave no commentary. I just let y'all look.
No, you just said look, and I took my screen and I turned my phone over sideways so it could be bigger and hit that button so it can even enlarge even more. And at the first time when she dipped down, I was like, oh, that was too quick. That was too quick, Ronnie Q. And I was about to come up here and argue with you. And when she went down that second time, that's It literally, and I promise you before God, I'm not even exaggerating or anything. It literally made my heart start beating faster.
Yeah, and like, like people do what they do.
Yeah,
I'm not the judge of people, but what you're not gonna do is nobody is gonna come up and act like I victimize
yeah.
somebody when people are sitting up here full playing in your face, full
That
playing in your
explains
face,
that
and
explains
all
the
of this.
behavior.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, Ronnie Q, because she's asking you questions about, didn't you see how this person drug you? Ronnie Q is waterboarding somebody. Ronnie Q is interrogating somebody. Why they sitting up playing right directly in your faces? Hold on. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me put the banner up for this one for sure. Hello? May I help you? Sofa coloring V, your oh, okay. Okay. I know that's Pam. Okay. Hello?
Hey.
Hello? Wait
Hello?
a minute, Pam. 1 second, Pam. Coquina? Hello?
I'm here for the cocaine. Am I too late?
You're right on time, girl.
Oh,
Oh
How
my
you
God,
doing?
Ron.
oh,
How
thank you.
you doing? What's
Hey,
going on?
hey, y'all. I just came for the cocaine.
Okay, view Coquina. How do you pronounce your name?
Coquiana. Okay.
Coquiana is up here first, view. Let's see what Coquiana has
Okay,
to
go
say.
ahead.
Now, I am not that experienced with the powder. I don't play with my nose, but I do like marijuana, and I never put my head down to roll anything. Okay, I'm just saying. So I never do that. So if there's like a new technique to roll, then you got to put your head down and then lift your head up real quick and stretch your arms out. I need more. I want to smoke that. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me say
and
this.
go ahead.
I'm gonna say this really quick and go down because I want to hear view. I want to hear view in clearly. But yeah, I don't do either one, but I've seen marijuana rolled.
Hmm.
Um, and because I'm probably one of the few people that I know that don't smoke and never smoke, but most people do.
I don't
And I
smoke.
want to make a correction.
I
Huh?
do not smoke. I used to smoke, and I just want to make it clear. I do not smoke either. Go ahead, Miss Cruz. I'm sorry.
I've never have. I partake of the liquor though. Um, Now I do want to make a correction. It's 20 grams, not 20 ounces, but 20 grams is a whole lot from what I
Yeah,
remember. Um,
yeah.
but it's still a misdemeanor. But um, it was something I was going to say about that. Now it's going to slip my mind on what I was going to say about that thing. Let me think, and it'll come back to me about the head down.
The head down, and you usually, if you put you can put your head down. You got to put, if you're rolling the blunt, you got to put your head down to lick it. But then you are closing it because your hands are just not sitting up free after you lick it. You got to close it. So
Well, you
therefore,
would bring it
how?
to your mouth to lick it, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you bring it up to you?
Yes. You pull
That's
it
true.
up. I don't
Yeah,
put
that's
my
true.
head on the
Yeah,
table to roll it.
that's that's true.
Oh, this was what I was going to say. You know, if you do a little book of sugar, whatever it is, listen, that's your business. It's. I would love to tell you it's not good for you, but that's your business. But here's the thing: when you messing with folk who don't care, Ness don't care.
Mhm.
Ness have been to rehab and come out, and she makes it no secret that she still drinks and smoke weed. And
Mhm.
usually when people go in rehab, they tell them that's one thing you can say about misunderstood, regardless of what you feel about her. She says, I don't do anything, not even drink. Because usually they just stay away from anything, any type of substance, whether it's legal substance or illegal substance, whether it's a substance they did before or not did before, because that's something they teach them in rehab. You mess with a little bit of this, it may take you back to that. So
'Cause it
Ness
takes
she makes absolutely no secret that she rolls up and that she drinks. And you don't mess with people. And if you somebody who concerned about getting called about a few things like April, you don't mess with people like that.
Mm-hmm.
because Ness don't care.
Mm-mm.
She don't care. I feel bad for April for a couple of reasons, but she's a grown woman. She made her own choices. So that's all I got to say about that. You done messed up my commentary for later on. Now I got to rethink things, Ronnie Q. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm
Now
saying
the
that
thing about
sarcastically.
yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome.
All right, I'm
Uh,
gonna slide down so I can hear a view. I'm go back in the chat.
okay. Right before review, let me say something. Add on to what Miss Cruiser is saying. Everybody know that when you drink, you're relaxed. Your inhibitions are down. Some people have to have a drink before they do something that's challenging to them. So if you're back in your old area that you had to leave because you were so strung out on stuff, and now your inhibitions are down and things like that, so that is a very dangerous combination of events. So go ahead, View, what do you have to say?
Hey, good morning, Miss Cruiser, and good morning, Coquiana.
Hey, View.
Hey, um, this is the first time I'm seeing the little clip, and I'm glad that you put that up there. And thank you to whoever you put the disclaimer for that did that, because there was no way in hell I was gonna sit through and watch all that. I was waiting for the Clippers to do that. So now I am a child and a product of the '90s when I was clubbing in that type of environment. That move that she did was a snort. That was not roll. Now we didn't have blunts back then anyway, and we wouldn't just be sitting there rolling. We had little marijuana papers and stuff like that. I know what it looks like when people roll blunts. I don't smoke blunts. I don't smoke anything. I don't smoke Black and Miles. So, but I'm around people that have done it. So I know what it looks like. Now, I saw the movie Studio 50, was it 54 or 57, Ronnie Q? You remember?
54, I think.
54,
54.
yeah. Yeah, cocaine was one hell of a drug. And that's what everybody did in the clubs and stuff. You went out to party and stuff, and you would become hyper and you would dance and stuff. Now, normally when I see people around here, these parts, they smoke the weed, they sitting down, they chilling, they eating, they may be sipping. But usually when you see people that's doing cocaine like that, either you are a really serious addict where you can do it and just stay kind of like in one type of mode. Usually, when you do cocaine, from what I could tell with all the activities people was doing before, you would get up and want to dance and want to, do something. That to me looked like a cocaine snorting of a line that was put there. Okay. I wouldn't have said anything if I hadn't saw it just now. And I am an analyst. I only need to see something one or two times, but before I can figure out what the hell's going on. So thank you for showing me that. I don't even know why anybody's saying. Oh, and I did analyze it the second time to see if I did see a lighter that fell on the floor. Didn't she say she was picking up a lighter? I didn't see no lighter fall. I didn't see no lighter get flipped. I didn't see anything. No, that did not look like I'm picking up a lighter. And that did not look like I'm picking up a blunt to roll it, because usually you bring the blunt up closer to your lips. It doesn't have to be all the way up, but it would be a little bit higher. That's my
Yeah.
personal opinion.
And it's funny that you guys say that. And I was like, why did I? Because I have my lifting table, those coffee tables that lift up to the chest, the top of it lift
Yeah,
up to the chest height. And then I was like, well, you put your head down. And I'm like, no, the coffee table will be way down there by your knees. So you wouldn't
yeah,
put your head down there.
right. Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
you wouldn't. Yeah,
like, I'm like, well, I can see how they can mistake it because my coffee table is right up here near my breast. And unlike uppity, my breast is not down by my navel. So
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
there's a whole lot of 3 feet long titty bitches on here. Yeah, you right.
And
Their
they
titties longer than they are. Go ahead.
right, and they never put on a bra, but always want to be on camera. I don't understand the
And
sexual
always want
assault.
to talk shit about people.
oh my God.
And I wouldn't have
And,
said
oh,
nothing. What?
did you see that that she was over there with intrinsic? Uppity was over there with intrinsic, and intrinsic kept on. Oh well, with intrinsic, she's a dingbat. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Yeah, something
She's
ain't
like,
right with her.
she was like, well, April is sitting at the table behind her. Do you see it? Do you see it? And wait a minute. And then Ness gives April the phone. They're sitting at the same table, but you can see their reflection behind in the window behind them. Well, I don't understand who else is there because she just gave April the phone, but April's sitting at the table behind her. I am like, she is a dingbat. So you
Slow, but
cannot. Yeah, but Uppity was up there and she was like, yeah, I see. And then Ness hops up there and cusses Uppity out.
Yeah.
mm.
Again, I mean,
Well, they must
Because
like it.
Uppity is supposed to be her girl, so she wasn't supposed to tell the truth. So she gets up there and cusses Uppity out, like you say again, and Uppity be, yeah, Ness, I love you, Ness, yeah, Ness, I didn't want you to be mad at me, but I wasn't saying that, Ness, I was saying something else.
That is I'm glad you played that because I wouldn't have never saw it, but I would now I see what everybody was talking about. I like I said, I wait for the Clippers to bring these kind of things to us because I don't have time. I refuse to give people clicks and views. Is Bad
Yeah,
Weave up there? Who is Bad Weave? Is that me?
that's
no.
Kokiana.
It's
Oh,
That's
Coquillon. Oh, okay.
Kokiana.
Yeah. But
Now,
Lord,
so now after seeing that, it kind of makes me, it kind of makes more sense. And also the warning that Ness said that she could say more about April when she was reading the dog shit out of April. Yeah, it kind of makes me understand why April was trying to not say anything other than what she said on James' panel yesterday. But that does not negate the fact that I have my own brain and I asked the questions that I had of April because everything that April was doing on that panel was out of character for the April that I'm accustomed to. I ain't got no
mhm.
judgments. I don't have anything like that about April. April can do what she want to.
Yeah.
April can snort up the whole state of Florida for all I
Look,
care.
it might
But
be.
but I in this and she can they can do whatever they want to, but don't try to play me like I'm dumb because I'm far from that, and that's just the bottom line. And don't try to act like you're a victim of somebody asking you a question. That's just the bottom line.
Well, it's the pitiful sounding voice and everything. Okay, this woman that had her box has been adjusted so many times. Didn't she say she got 8 kids? Not that I'm talking about her kids, but she should be used to things going on. She should be glad she's having goddamn pause on men. Girl, these people be fucking up the goddamn anything that's natural. Who pause on men, girl? Anyway, so she should be. I mean, all of a sudden, so she did cocaine, and now she got menopause, pause on men, and
Mhm.
because she got busted with a lie, girl, it's way too much. But ain't she big Miss Rah Rah on site want to fight, girl?
Yeah.
Well, that's after she does a couple of lines, though. Otherwise
Oh,
she's crying.
Oh, otherwise she mellow.
oh, okay, I got you. Okay, yeah, I got my name
Okay.
fucked up.
That's what it is. That
I
shit was
got
crazy. So,
girl, and to get
yeah.
on. So, huh? So, if it was illegal, so okay. So now I see why everybody's under such an uproar, Miss Ronnie Q. I didn't know. I'm glad you showed that. I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know at the time where I was having that conversation with her yesterday. I did not know. And I just couldn't figure out like what the I did not know this until after that conversation. I did not see this video until after that conversation. And I was like, well, now it really makes sense as to why she's sitting up here acting like y'all just don't like them. Like, no, I don't like them, but my question is not of them, it's of you. It's like my
Hmm.
question is of you. Ain't got nothing to do with them. Do you know they dragged you? What do you think about this? Like what? Like y'all just don't like them. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm just gonna take it. I'm just like, oh, April. Like, why are you putting this on me? This has nothing to do with me.
There's
I'm
gonna be a
asking you a
money grab
question.
coming out of this. Okay, so I heard him say, you need to go take 6 months off and then come back. I don't even know what that fuck 6 months off is gonna do. And why didn't she need the 6 months off before? Why all of a sudden? Because she got the menopause or the pause on men or whatever. So let's figure out the money grab mode. So I heard them even saying, let's gather money together to send her to a doctor. The bitch don't have insurance. Why
She
does
was at the doctor yesterday. She said she was leaving the doctor's office yesterday
all
because
right?
she had to check on her menopause. So, like,
Yeah, so why they already starting the goddamn money grab thing? So now her uterus is dying, so we're gonna have to put a money grab together to bury the uterus. Like, what the hell is going on? And why if she want to get on here begging, be like Rico and beg for $1. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on with these people. And allegedly, y'all, I got grown kids, according to Rico. I got grown kids, adult kids who, when I left the hospital 2 years ago, that they left me alone and that I am in love with Rick Reed. Okay.
Oh,
okay, now
congratulations.
what is this Colombian gold?
I know, right? Oh, that's the
That's what,
marijuana. That's the
really.
good stuff.
I thought
No,
the good coke came from Colombia and stuff. Petey Pete would know. He's been around.
yeah.
Uh,
So, like, I'm trying to get a verification on, like, what is that, like the bomb? I have never done any. I've never done that drug at all in any shape or form. Uh, it's my understanding that one or two of you up here may have hit the pipe, but we're
What?
not going to go there.
Oh my goodness. The only thing that be in my pipe is weed. Okay, this right here is a marijuana pipe. Okay.
Yeah, I had a marijuana pipe too. I know what you
mhm.
say. I'm just
Well,
fucking with you guys.
I have done that before, and this was in the 90s, and it was 1 or 2 times at a party. So I can't say I never did it. And I already said that I'd done it before. But it's an expensive drug. It's not a high that lasts a long time. It's like maybe a half an hour high, and it's really a lot of people that when I did it, it was around some people that could afford it, and it was kind of like you feel invincible, and people had money and stuff, and it wasn't as expensive as it is now. Now I get confused now because it seemed like to me cocaine is expensive, and it costs more than crack, but people wouldn't used to say crack is whack. So I don't understand the cost and the ratio and all that kind of stuff of it now, what they have out now. So I just know I like edibles, and that's all I do.
Well,
Hold on one second. I have somebody in the back.
uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's panties.
A
Hey,
Oh,
snap.
hey, it's me.
Hey, how you doing? Go
Hey,
ahead. 1 second. A snap. Go ahead,
no, I'm fine. Go
Babby.
ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Babby.
I was just going to say that the reason why they say that why they say that crack is cheap because of the way that they cut it down, and like since
Oh,
they sell crack like in little rocks, I mean you can get like a bump for like maybe $20-$25, right? But the thing
mhm.
with crack is that you get so addicted to it, that's when you start blowing your whole check on it. So if your check is
Right.
like $1,500, you're gonna blow the whole 1,500 on crack because you
Oh,
ten
keep
dollars at a time.
right, like you keep wanting to get that high and stuff. Sorry if you hear my birds, like Nina's outside. Shut the fuck up. Anyways,
mhm.
but like, but like
Oh,
that's what it happens, because I think with cocaine, like usually people still try to use that as like a party drug versus with crack, you're gonna be selling everything in your house.
right. That's okay. That's the difference. I never knew it because and then like I said, it was the jail time is so serious and stuff. Now, if is she a well, I don't even want to get on to that, but I wonder if something can be. Well, know that if it was cocaine. Okay, I got you. All right. So she's just trying to say if it was something serious, the feds. Because I kept trying to figure out why she kept saying the feds. The feds could be watching her. Oh, okay. I got it's coming around now. I'm getting it.
Well, so if the feds can be watching you, and if it's a different type of substance, then wouldn't it still like be the same thing? Because at this point, what you're doing is dealing, or you're making it possible for them to have it. You're taking it to them. Like that's the dealer who get the extra money on top of what you're bringing them because they bring it to you. So that's like a high scale dealer.
Mm.
So wouldn't you be worried about them watching you? Because weed is illegal too.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So what? Like what? Who are you talking to? Like if they're watching you, they can be watching you for even delivering that to them because you
Mm-hmm.
don't have a card. And then you sitting out here talking about, well, my nephew, my niece got a car. Like, when is shutting up enough?
Yeah, she just talked too much. She just add more shit into that. Now, why the hell she had to throw her nephew and niece up in there? Because they can get their card taken away if somebody finds out that they taking their drugs that got a card for and giving it to somebody else. That means you supplying, you doing, you just, it just way too much. You ask her one question, just say A or B. No, she gonna give you A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Girl, you need to learn to shut your fucking mouth up. God damn.
I don't do it, but my niece and the nephews, I like. But
Snitch. And I think she
yeah,
did talk about Jay Dunn. She a big mouth motherfucking snitch. She throwing people up under the bus thinking that she covering herself. You could tell it when she was backpedal pussy popping on damn James thing. And it was like, wait a minute, how many goddamn excuses is she gonna come out with? And who the hell gave her that goddamn name on site? The bitch ain't on site, no ma'am. She turned around in a circle like when she walked. She turned around in a circle with her goddamn stories where motherfucking and why is she hiding what's wrong with her goddamn foot? People got a lot of goddamn issues and shit around here. Nobody cares if your foot is long or short and all that kind of shit. Bitch, I saw a goddamn video where she got up, was wobbling and weebling. Girl, if anything, you should just stand. Well, lean. You know what I mean on your shit. So what is something wrong with it? What? Girl, you need to be not showing us your goddamn face as much as them fucked up wigs and worried about how much you can walk and you can't walk. Girl. Oh, she get on my damn nerves. I never liked her. And that's why I didn't like it and appreciate it when she called me her goddamn body double, bitch. Both my legs the same length. Bitch, I can get up and walk.
Oh
And you
my
gonna talk about me and my goddamn color books and you sitting over there on the goddamn table snorting cocaine on the goddamn YouTube with some bunch of drug addicts. Bitch, you could never be me. All right, I'll see y'all later. I'm mad.
bye, you. Oh my goodness.
Why?
Ah,
And I forgot.
a
I forgot.
snack.
Oh my God,
A
I forgot.
snack.
Look, I was so ready to hit the link. I forgot why I hit the link. The view. Why did you do that?
Oh my God. I wasn't expecting that.
Why did you do that? Okay, let me dial back. Let me dial back. I would say that if she would have waited until this heat left and then maybe her and Ness would have had their private time, maybe it wouldn't have been. Because if you think about it, the hotel quarters would have been less. They probably would have been out just doing whatever, and they could have did their thing without nobody knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's why these people are so stupid, because as soon as they meet up, they have to go live. There was no need to go live, you know. Um,
mhm.
I'm pretty sure if they just met up and put their phones upside down, we nobody would be talking about this right now. But unfortunately, y'all want to, snort cocaine online and stuff, and have like 12
Allegedly.
bottles, girl. And then have like 12 bottles of alcohol on the table for three people. It's like, what's going on here? Is this like
But
an
see,
orgy? What is this?
my thing was the whole time I kept asking, like in every chat, I'm like, do y'all think they really drunk that much alcohol? And I'm thinking like maybe April's in an alcohol fog, like, cause when you drink a lot, the next day your thinking is not clear. Like it take a minute before you get clear thinking back. So maybe, she drank a lot and then she might have seen a live or something and she was like, oh, James is coming for me. Yeah, James coming for you. Oh, well, let me come and get him. And then because you drunk, you got a hangover. You still a
Right.
hangover is next day drunkenness. It's not that
Mhm.
you're not sober the next day.
No, you're
You
so
are
drunk.
still drunk,
So
right?
then, but then also, now I don't know about cocaine. I know a lot about crack though,
I know nothing
it's,
about cocaine. Never did it.
but I do know with crack, a lot of times they don't go to sleep. So they need alcohol to bring them back down. So I would think that that would be the same with cocaine, since it's still
So
made
it's a
from like,
formula, like to balance yourself. It's a formula. You got to drink to keep the cocaine from going out of control.
to come back
Cocaine is
down.
a
So what happens
upper.
when your cocaine go out of control? What if you don't
Cocaine
got
is
no
a
liquor?
cocaine stimulates you, and
Mhm.
then alcohol is a
Depressant.
depressant.
Mhm.
Okay, gotcha. So
Mhm. So it's like I know for a crackhead that can be up for like 3 days at a time, but if they get them maybe like a Mad Dog 2020, like eventually they'll pass out. You know.
okay, so so what?
Not a
Wait, who is
Heineken,
this? Who
a
is this
Mad
that's on the
Dog
panel?
2020.
Who is this on the panel?
It's bad weed.
It's who?
Bad weed. UNC
Bad,
girls
oh my
bad
god.
weed.
Oh my god. Not UNC
They
bad weed. I picked the wrong time to click a link I see. Uh so so from the video footage that we have. Now look, I done got blocked. I've been blocked a lot of times this week, so I'm kind of immune to the blockage now. I don't care if I get blocked or not. Because I just unsubscribe for your channel and I won't go over there. I just hear the highlights because I have many ways to get your footage, right?
papers all.
So
Go ahead. You got many ways to get the footage. I'm sorry.
I do. So when the so when they were breaking down the video and we got to the part where this a reflection, right? I felt like Ness was like waving her arms and doing like being extra with her upper body to try to like mask out what was going out in the background, but
She
she
was
didn't do a good
jonesing.
job.
She was jonesing, girls. She was like, oh, she was jonesing. She was like, oh yeah, shit. That's what all that was. She couldn't sit still. She had
Well, she
accident
sat
pants
still
because
during that one hit because it was that second hit.
I'm
And I
talking
don't mean to
about.
call it a hit, but I'm not gonna
I,
say you're gonna roll a blunt and have your face down in the table like that.
I'm talking about Ness was jonesing. Ness,
Right.
how the addicts get all jumpy and shit and
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
right. I
like see
understand what
it.
you're saying,
Okay,
but it
go
was like
ahead.
she paused, like she couldn't keep still, but it was like at one point she kept still, and whoever was in the background, because I don't know all that was in that room, right? But it was like they went down, and when they came back, they shot back all the way back. They was like the chair moved and everything, and then they came back. I was like, well, what was
Well,
that?
well, I'm just letting you guys see what I saw,
So
and I
maybe
didn't have
so.
any. Go ahead.
So do you think that
So
James
maybe
might have
what?
saw that? Do you think that James might have saw that like
I don't. I don't know.
in the
I
beginning, and
have
he
no
might have been
idea.
like, I'm gonna say something about that because he might have peeped it before we all did. He might have already peeped it. I don't know.
I have no idea. But my point, my whole point, speaking on Ronnie Q had questions and Ronnie Q asked the questions that she had. And now, after seeing this, it kind of makes me think that April, well, I always, when yesterday thought April was playing in our faces. But now, after seeing this video, it gives me a reason that I think April was playing in our faces yesterday. So April, ain't no hard feelings or whatever, but fuck shit is fuck shit. And,
But I
that's
think
all it
that,
is.
but I think that was going on anyway. Because when she held up that cane, but you kept saying wasn't nothing wrong with the way you walk. You put up the birthday party dance picture and everything to show that you don't have no problems with your walking. But then you're in the car, you say, I'm on the way to the doctor. And then you hold up your cane, and I got to bring my cane because I'm stressed out and I got my menopause, so I got to bring my cane because I don't know if you need a cane for menopause, but she said you do. And I'm gonna ask mother about that because he's the
Wait a
menopause
minute.
specialist, huh?
Wait a minute. She held a cane up,
Yes, when they were on the panel yesterday.
Yeah.
and she said she needed the cane because of her menopause.
I don't remember what her excuse was, but
Is
like
that I'm asking a snack? Is that what she said because of her
She said
menopause?
she had menopause pain. She was on her way to the doctor and she was so in pain she had to bring her cane. And so
Well, I just don't have a cane laying around though.
Ronnie Q, see, this is the part where I can't deal with you. Let me
I,
go on
I
mute.
snack. I don't. I really don't. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be snarky, but I was just saying,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
you're very snarky all the time. I just can't. Okay, so anyway, she brought up her cane and she said, "I got my cane here because I'm on my way to the doctor." And then she left, and then she came back like 20 minutes later crying and said that she was at home. I don't know.
On her way home, I remember her in the car. She said she was on her way home. She couldn't hit the panel. She was gonna be listening.
So
Hmm.
maybe she
Okay.
didn't go to the doctor. Maybe the mental
Did you
health.
say I didn't see her on the way. Now you saying she came back 20 minutes later?
She said she was on her way to the doctor. She
No,
said,
she was already out of the doctor because she
or
even
maybe
held
she
up
was
like
out
her
of the, okay.
medication and stuff, and that's when she
Oh,
held
okay.
up
Okay, all
her
right. So she
cane.
was out of the doctor. Okay. But at the same time, she had a cane. Now,
Mhm. She
uh,
leave the cane alone.
who was that? The bad weave girl. Am I
Yes.
lying?
Yeah.
I mean, she did have a cane, but I don't want to laugh. Don't want to laugh. Thank you,
Don't
Chrissy.
laugh because it's not funny. Because I feel bad for her because she got to y'all done stressed her out to the point where she got to use a cane. Now she already had the cocaine, but now she got to use a cane. Did I say that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
Lord, my day of reckoning is coming. Is anybody gonna have my back? Nope.
I don't click
Hey,
links that often. I'm sorry, but I'll swing. I'm here.
I hear you. I'm here. I did. I gave what my analogy of it because it's just like that now. Like give me the reason why she was, acting the way she was acting. From my own thought processes. I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. I'm a grown woman. I'm not a
Mhm,
dummy. I'm a
mhm,
grown woman. So
mhm.
it is what it is. But don't think you played in my face,
Ronnie Q,
and
don't try
don't
to make
think
me
you
feel
know
better about
victim.
what I just said. That's what she's
Don't
trying
think
to do. Ronnie
you
Q
know
trying to be like,
victim of
oh
me
well.
asking some questions of your questionable actions. Shit, the fuck out of here.
I just felt like when she came live with the WTF live that after observation and watching other people's lives and seeing, considering everything was going, I feel like she really ain't know what was going on. Somebody probably told her, "Yo, James went in on you," and then she just was like, there's an alcohol fog, right? That happens when you drink a lot, and they had a lot of drinks, right? So maybe when she went live,
Allegedly.
she was. It was a lot of drinks on the table, and there was a lot of bottles. It was all kinds of cognacs and beers and vodkas
To
and
bring down the coke.
I don't know why it was there. I felt like they just hit up a liquor store and just got everything because they rich. It's a lot of money in them circles.
Oh, they
We
rich
don't.
bitches. That's
Yeah,
what
we
we
don't have
forgot
that
that
kind
they
of money.
rich.
We
What
don't have
comes
that kind of money. They had that kind of money,
must
so we don't
come
understand.
down.
We would never understand why there would be a table on the patio with that much liquor for just one night, right?
Basically.
Hey,
So
listen,
they
I'm
drunk
not
a
trying
lot.
to understand no shit like that. That's not how I live my life. I don't
Right.
have anything against anybody who live their life that way. But
That's
what you're
not
not
how
gonna
you
do
live.
is play in my face. Yeah,
That's not how
do what
you
you
live.
do.
But
Knock
apparently
yourself out.
this is their thing. So they drunk, and I kept asking like, did they drink all that liquor? Because I felt like that's a lot of liquor, and I drink,
And
right?
and we know Flicker is a straight up drinker and always drunk.
Oh,
And
she
we
did.
know she's a lush. So, a great portion probably went in her motherfucking gap. So
Oh my god.
Jesus, this is not making anything easier. I think we have the wrong three panelists. We need a softie or something, or like a
Oh my.
buffer person, because I don't think anybody buffers. But I felt like they drank a lot. So I think that when Onsite April went live, right, to James, I think that she just went live because somebody told her, hey, James said something about you. And she was like, oh, yeah, well, da 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 da. Grimace in the couch, purple, and Black and Miles, wig, da 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 da. And
but
then
wait a
she,
minute.
huh?
Why how did she get on a view in that thing? Because it was like, wait a minute, when did how did she switch it around to she was talking about a view as a view?
Okay, so do y'all want honesty? Because I'm gonna get shot down for this.
No, I
Okay,
want to know.
and all y'all this look. When I get shot down, when y'all don't see me for a while, and I'm out here injured and dragging a leg, be my comrades in combat. Don't do me like that. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Right, April went live. The live is called WTF. It's still on her page. Now she might
I
take it
remember
down.
that.
If
Hmm.
she watching, she might take it down. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you what happened. During that live, she was just like really like emotional and saying that she didn't think that, he would come at her like this and da 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 da. And it was a lot of puss ass hoes and puss ass niggas and da 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 da. So I saw James drop down in her chat, right? And then I saw her get really aggressive and talk about Grimace on the couch and da 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 and yeah, I don't this fuck nigga, using all the words, right? All the
Right,
words.
right, right, right.
So next thing I know, James went live, right? When James went live, he started addressing her, and then she hit the link.
I remember
Before
that.
she hit the link, he asked her, so you called me Grimace. You said I was Grimace on the couch. She said it was a pause, and then she said I wasn't talking to you. And then he was like, "Well, who were you? What? Wait, wait. Let me back it up because I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair. Let me back it up. When they was talking about the party treats or whatever, he said, "Well, I never said that you bought them cocaine or hard narcotics or whatever he said." He said he never said that, which a lot of people, when they heard it, they alluded to like it sounded a little harder than weed. It did sound like that to a lot of people. And I think that the way that he worded it was to do like a confusion type thing. Like, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But a lot of people took it as a little harder because we all know that Ness smoked weed all the time. Da, 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 da. Ness said they did. She had some treats over there. Did April had bought her some treats or whatever. James took the treats word and kind of like conspendulated it. I just made up a word,
No,
conspendulated it.
he said no. He actually said what she said. Special treats. Yeah,
Special treats.
he
Okay. So a
yeah.
lot of people conspendulated it. Like, what are special treats? Now, me myself, I would have been like an edible, like a Rice Krispie treat with some weed in it. No big deal. Okay, it's an edible. Edna doing not a big deal in my book, right? And edibles, I mean, edible Edna sells them.
But the thing about it is, James wouldn't have known that if Ness herself hadn't came on and said what that special treat was. Because April did. What did April say? Special treat as well.
No, I didn't. I never heard April say, I'm leaving something. I'm doing. I never heard April say anything like that. But I did hear
I
Ness say, "Oh, she left us some trees." Da, 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 da. So that's open to
No, April.
imagination.
It's my understanding that Ness actually said, what the treat was, flat out. Not April. It's my understanding that Ness didn't say anything about a treat. She just said exactly what it was, and that's why April said she was shocked that
Mhm.
Ness would come out there and say what she bought her. But we are supposed to understand that Ness is going through things, and that April is going through menopause, and we're not supposed to see the bullshit in the bullshit.
Well, you know what, Ronnie Q, I may have missed that part because, like I said, for me, I was bored. It was a snooze fest for me, so I was in and out, and I just didn't get all the details. So by the time he cleaned it up and he said, "Oh, so she bought some treats or whatever," I was like, "So Rice Krispie treats, which could have weed in them." That's what I'm thinking. Edibles, right?
How did it get to a view? Now
Now
you
I'm
went off
telling you how
track.
it got to a view. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how it got to a view. So when they got back to so James did his cleanup. April did her whole massacre. She was just like going in and like I'm in there like, "Oh, but you were so pretty. Da, 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 this might." Da, da, da. As soon as that live shut down, a little bit later, you get a notification. James about to go live. You go to James live and he's like, "So you saying this, that, and the third, hit my link if you hear, I'm not mad at you, da 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 da." So she hit the link. And then he asked her, he said, um, like they were talking or whatever, and then he said, "So I'm Grimace on the couch." And then it was a pause, and then she said, "No, I love you. I'm not talking about you." And he said, "Who was you talking about?" "I'm talking about that bitch in your chat, the one that da 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 got the look like a black and mild and a cigar with a crayons." I was like, "Wait a minute." She said, "Everybody know who I'm talking about, right?" I was like, "Well, who she talking about?" She said, "The one that looked like a black and mild and a crayon in her coloring books. Keep coloring, bitch," or some shit she said like that.
Oh, so
That's
that
how
was clearly
everybody
a
knew it was
view.
a view and a view, because a view and a view is the
Okay.
only one who be coloring.
So and let's be honest. I'm gonna really be honest right here on
Mm-hmm.
my assessments,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no way that we were to take. We have heard many people call James Uncle Fester and Grimace, but
Mm-hmm. And the
in no
Kool-Aid
way,
man. Don't forget
and the
that.
Kool
And
Aid,
Kool-Aid
yeah,
man. Mm-hmm.
but in no way would I relate Grimace to A View is a View. Now, Ernie, maybe, but not Grimace.
But that was my thing. I was like, a view is a view. I was like, but I've never seen her wear purple or sit on the couch. So you talking about Grimace on the couch? I've never seen her do any of that.
Pam said, "I sit in an office chair, in a desk chair." Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. If she said Grimace in a desk chair, I might have believed it if she had a picture of her in all purple. But
yeah,
I've never seen
yeah.
a view as a view on a couch or in all purple.
In other words, more bullshit. Yeah, let's keep it simple.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
like
was like she
April,
was it was like it was directed, but then when it was directed, it was misdirected. It was directed,
April,
misdirected.
April. I ain't mad at you, but April, you on some bullshit. I mean, that's just is what it is. April, you're on some bullshit. So, if you said I don't smoke, and I'm just gonna call a thing. All the only thing that I was doing all the while. So, it's just like really strange how people want to sit up and say that somebody did something to April. April played in our face, and we wasn't buying it. If you don't like it, eat a dick. Period.
But when she came back sick, I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Girl. Any last words?
Ronnie, don't dismiss me like that.
I'm gonna dismiss this whole show because this is all I have to get. This is all I have. This shit is ridiculous. Redonkulous.
Mm.
Well, my last word would be please stop meeting up with each other and going live. Just meet up and hunch, do your cocaine, all your drugs, do all that. But you don't have to come back and tell us, and we don't need to see it. Okay. If you're fighting on the bed and all, we just don't need to see it. So please stop. So then we don't talk about it.
What about the
Mm.
numbers and the views though? You got to get your clicks and your views in.
Do a GoFundMe, okay? But don't drop the link
Oh,
over here. I don't even want to hear it. No, no. So y'all have a good day. I'll be in the chat room with you.
Thank you, USC girl, for coming up. A snack in the middle. Any closing words?
my closing words are: I look forward to being blocked again from the ones who have not blocked me yet. And it's all is you know what? It's all good. But the ones who don't block me, I will see you in the chats and I'll still be talking my chat. Thank you, Ronnie Q.
All right. Thank you.
All
A
right.
view is a view. Thank you. All right. Thank you all for joining me. I'd like to thank a snack and a meal, UNC Girl Bad Weave. A view is a view. Thank you for coming up, and Miss Cruiser. I enjoyed my time with you guys today, and I want to thank all of you for showing up in the chat. And if you didn't hit the like button, feel free to hit the like button. Very Carrie, my mod, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you for being here. As the same as with UNC Girls Bad Weave. And if I didn't speak to you guys, I saw you in the chat. I highlighted your comment if I was unable to speak to you, because I don't like to interrupt my panelists when they're in the middle of the sentence just to speak. But I definitely appreciate everybody who came out to join me in this conversation. And that's just what I had to say about this situation. So I thank you for coming out. and enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you around on the YouTube streets. This song is by DJ Will. It's DJ Williams, not DJ Will. DJ Williams 775 and lower. DJ Williams 75 and lower. Or just think of William Carruthers, DJ Will, and he's 75 and over.